The SME policy, I have now got it, and now it is to be discussed with everybody and rolled out. You, Pakistan, have got a raw deal. We will correct it. So unilaterally, effective the end of March, say the 1st of April, they have now given us 20 lines on which you can go duty-free into Indonesia. Please, you've got to use that. I tried with Turkey. Businessmen told me, go to Turkey, and the FTA is very much against us. So I tried. While the PM was sitting with the Turkish president, I sat with the commerce minister. She was a very tough lady. And what was the net result of my negotiation with her? Totally failed. Totally failed. She said, Bhagyaw, I am not going to move an inch for Pakistan. I said, I thought we're all brothers. Turks and us, we love each other. So total love, the Turkish thing is there. Business is hard business. And she also said to me, I'm not going to give you any lowering of duty. I'm going to increase the duty on Pakistan because we are scared. And so when that happened, I went to our Prime Minister. I said, Prime Minister Saab, just look at this nation. I respect them for it because they know where their interests lie. That's what I want to do for you people. That is the thing. Why should we budge? Never. We want to do the same thing. Now, two countries we're looking at. Inshallah, I've had a meeting with the Japanese government in December, and now on the 17th of July, I will be going to Japan again. Simple thing. Please give us market access. आपके लिए तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. हमारा पेट तो इतना छोटा है. You're a big economy. If we get another 300, 400, half a billion export, आपको तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. You're a huge economy. So inshallah, I will try my best in Japan and then fly over to Korea. Let's see if we can do something with that. Now, these FTAs are an important part of our lives. Businessmen, I'm asking you, आपके जो नुमाइंदे हैं ना in the chambers and all the association, please get after them that we are electing you to be our representative, not to have photo ops with the Prime Minister and the Minister. Do some work. So please tell them that. Nobody does any homework in Pakistan. क्या करना है? बस यही करना है. You don't do these things. And only the trade association can really understand and guide us. Okay, ये करो, this particular HS को इस तरह से कर दो, ये कर दो. Only you people know it because मार तो आपको पड़ रही है ना. You're the ones who know the details. You get kicked around, so you know. So please get your association and the chamber to move and do something. But fellow businessmen and women, we have gathered here today to talk about China. Culturally, all of us, including me, we've always looked west. You know, London, and New York, and Paris, or that's the places where we go. Europe में जाओ, थोड़ा बहुत व्यापार कर लेंगे, have a good time and come back. But the future is the East. We have to go East. And what bigger economy can we have than China? So, let us now look to China. CPEC, good. I must say, CPEC was a good thing. But now CPEC's direction has changed. We're no longer power plants, no longer infrastructure. We're moving CPEC towards industry and agriculture. So, where do we stand? Let us now discuss what we've got on the FTA. You heard the whole details. I will not talk about the details at all. The only thing I will say is the Ministry of Commerce has fulfilled its promise that we would discuss with you people, and now we have signed the FTA. Now, this FTA it was very, very tough. When I joined the government this time, when we first gave them the list, 313 tariff line, please give this to us duty-free. They said no. Why should we give it? You have 57 lines in phase one, bas wohi rakho. You negotiated 57, khatam ho gayi baat. When myself and Yunus Daga in November went to China and we had a meeting, and then after during the it was a luncheon meeting, we talked and I tried my discussion, argument from this side, from this way, this way, this way. They refused a bunch. Absolutely no, we will not do it. So I had to say at the end, Mr. Minister, thank you very much for a good lunch, but let us end here. And we did, and they refused. Since then, once the PM met them, they changed their hearts, and finally they said, yes, we will give you everything that you have asked for. And I must say, we must be very grateful. We must be very grateful to the Chinese government that they have given whatever we asked for. What did we ask for? The only thing, my argument was, why are you being so tough to us when the only thing we're asking is put us on a level playing field with the ASEAN countries. So today, we are on the same basis as the ASEAN countries. That's it. We've got it. And then the other thing, as Shafiq just mentioned, the best thing that we've now got is that our own industry, we have protected our industry. Let's look at the industries that have been protected. The industries that have been protected, 1,760 tariff lines, and the industries that are protected are textiles and clothing, iron and steel, auto, electrical equipment, agricultural produce, chemicals, plastic, rubber, paper, ceramics, glass, glassware, surgical instruments, footwear, leather, etc., etc. So we have a fair degree of protection. On top of that, If any of your industry gets hurt, we have got it written in the agreement that we can put safeguard measures for 180 days. So we've got a protection, and then we'll discuss what we can do. So, and like that Turkish lady did with me, I will not be scared in protecting our industry. That I can categorically assure you, because that is our job. On the export side, all the industries on the export, I just give you only one figure, just one figure, which will give you some idea of the panorama that we have. On the 313 items, China imports $64 billion. Fellow businessmen, we get 10% market share. That's $6 billion just there on those 313 lines only. So, let me give you, but I will give you one more figure, which will give you the understanding. China imports $2.1 trillion from the world. Their president made an announcement that China will move by 2023 to importing 5 trillion. 5 trillion, this is a giant. Let's not look west, let's look east. This is a giant. And he said, we want, as a state policy, that all the lower value goods, the leather and the textiles and the furniture and all that, we want to import as a state policy. I'll come to this later in a few minutes. So we have a golden opportunity. And we have got leather, textiles, engineering, tractors, refrigerators, fans, pumps, plastics, chemicals, agro-food, meat, seafood, everything can go duty-free into China. So it is a huge opportunity. Well, and another thing, we have asked them to give us the electronic data exchange. We needed it. But we insisted, you have to give it to us. You are our friends, give it. Why do we want it? Because of our great traders. दो नंबरी करते हैं सब. China कहता है कि हमें समझ नहीं आ रही. According to their books, they've exported 15 billion. According to our books, it's only 10. Oh, 5 कहाँ चले गए? Thank you very much, traders. Stop it. It can't go on. And now we have the information, and we will act. This is not on. You're just destroying our industry. Please, we're not here for that. So, that is the measures. Now, let me talk to you something else. So we have signed. The clapping is over. The hugging is finished. We've left China. And here we are. And now we're all sitting. What do we do? Agreement ho gaya, wah ho gaya, sab kuch, photo op, everything is all over. Now, fellow businessmen, comes the real work for you and the ministry. We have a two-prong attack. Two-prong attack on that FTA. One is export, and the other is to bring their investment into Pakistan. Let us talk about investment. When we were in Beijing a few days ago, we held an investment forum. And let me tell you, this time round, as opposed to November, there was a buzz. 80 Pakistani businessmen, 100 went over there, and 380 Chinese rolled up. We had to get a bigger room, so many. Excellent. And now we are talking B2B. The previous part of CPEC was G to G. The government was doing it. That's gone. Now it's B2B. And we've got to induce them to come. So they also know. They know that we have a GSP Plus with Europe. They know all the benefits that they're getting by producing here and taking it. Their costs are going up. America is giving them a hard time. So they're looking to us. And you know what some people said to me? I met an NGO. It was the Textile Association of China. I missed the state banquet, and I said, no, I will have dinner with you because I want to understand. And they said that in phase one, in the first wave of China moving out, they went to Vietnam, Cambodia, Bangladesh, and he said, I myself took a delegation of Chinese businessmen to Ethiopia and Egypt and settled all the industries over there. He said to me, now the next wave is started. Please don't miss it. And I said to him, I will not. We'll do our best not to miss it. Grabbed his hand and the next day took him to the Prime Minister just to give him the importance. So that means he comes. Fellow businessmen, China is that way. If you people do not go and induce them, what we're going to do, we're going to give them SEZs so they can put their factory, bring it in, put it there. Now, are the SEZs ready? Not really. किसी SEZ में पानी नहीं है, किसी में बिजली नहीं है, किसी में road नहीं है, किसी के ये नहीं है. So we're getting it ready as fast as we can. But in the meantime, if any large Chinese investor comes, and I announced it there, and I'm announcing it to you people, anybody collaborates, puts up a large factory, 100 acres, 200 acres, $100 million, $200 million, I will declare that factory an SEZ. So you get the benefit. Up to you. And this will not go on forever until, this is only till the time the SEZs get ready. And so we treat equally the business people, whether it's Hub, Peshawar, Punjab, Sindh, whatever, we will do it. So that is, now I told them that they can come under the laws of Pakistan, you can come 100% investment. But I said, it's not that I love you less. I love the Pakistani businessmen more. So go for joint ventures with them. Because my suggestion, my hope is, and I will give preference to those Chinese parties that go into joint ventures with you people. Now, Investments is one thing, and we've got to get that investment going. The investment to GDP ratio for Pakistan, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, and we've now got to get it up. It can only happen if you people go forward. Now comes exports. We've given you benefits to make your businesses more competitive. And now investments is started. I am now saying that for you people, exports, we are going back to China. A delegation will go September, October, primarily of SMEs, to go and now introduce ourselves. We have to keep going there. And then in November, I myself will go. Because November is the buying expo. They're going there just to ask people to display their goods so we can, their buyers can come and place orders right there and then. Last year, they gave us the title of as an honored guest. So they put us right in the center. This time we're not the honored guest because they rotated. So we will not get that lovely location. But what we are going to do, we're using our influence to try to give us a good location and try to give us a very large space so we can take a lot of our businessmen to display their products. Fellow businessmen, there's one other thing that I have to mention. If we think we're going to get that market easy, and Vietnam and Bangladesh and Cambodia are just going to let us walk in, it ain't going to be like that. We will have to fight it. And when you say fight it, our export directors, general manager exports in our factories, they're not used to being overseas for 280 days in a year. That's the kind of effort it will take. Go there again and again and again and stay there. That is what we have to do. Otherwise, we will never be able to capture. In all these things, one thing I can promise you, and you may not like it, I'm promising you pain. Absolute mental pain, physical pain. Because if we want to be a great nation, which I think we do, I certainly love to see our nation great. It's not gonna be, it won't happen by easy things. In nature they are. We all have to feel that pain. Mindset change. Export. Improve our thing. Go around the world. I want Pakistani exports to crawl like ants all over the world. And inshallah, one day, the benefit will come. We have millions outside that door that we have to employ. Millions. A great society is a society in which its men and women of business think greatly of their function. It is our responsibility to go out there and create the jobs for our people. That is what I feel. So to conclude, are we going to let this opportunity go by? We must never. This time around, we must not let it go by. If we do let it go by, our children and grandchildren will look at us with sadness. कि यार आपको मौका मिला, आप लोगों ने कुछ नहीं किया. Let's not have that. Fellow businessmen, greatness does not come easy. Greatness should not come easy. Why should it? We must suffer pain, hardship, and long, long hours of work. If we are ambitious to make it a great country, then ambition should be made of sterner stuff. So, with hopes in our hearts, let us move forward and capture this great opportunity. Thank you very much.